14 years ago, we started the summit in Orlando, and it's nice to be back. Success is never final, reform is never complete. And never has it been more important than now.
There are times you have to break with the tribe because what the tribe is doing is wrong and you can't go along with it.
Think critically for yourself by listening to other voices.
There need to be role models, people who show that they are willing to be reasonable, to not simply go along with the tribe.
You are role models for all of us.
God bless you.
We love you.
I think it's very damaging to our society when people live within walking distance of public schools. They are taxpayers in that district, and they are instead assigned to a school down the road which has been failing or struggling for decades.
I'm just a mom, a regular family, just wanting the best for my children. I want them to have an opportunity like everyone else, you know, like we all should. It's not about just political gain. It's about the realness of our future.
We want to be able to compete globally. We only can do that because of the foundation of education that's going to be allowed for all children.
Make sure when you have your state finance formula that there is weighted funding for low-income students and students with special needs.
The challenge is real, and this is one persistent part of it, and if we're ever going to change it, now is the best time.
High conflict, which is a conflict that begins to have a life of its own. Our brains literally operate differently in high conflict, and we make a lot of mistakes. Eventually, almost everyone ends up worse off. This country needs good conflict. We need to push each other and to be pushed, to challenge each other. We have to design our institutions and our cultures for good conflict, not high conflict. It's an honor to be here with you today.
The greatest crisis in America is us losing from within because we're not educating our children well enough.
We have to continue to do this work, and the only way we can do that is by inspiring our colleagues to continue marching forward.
You don't stop. You don't say, okay, we're good, we've had enough. Hopefully, reform is never final. We're going to continue to do this, and we're going to continue to make sure that we're always pushing that bar.
It's incumbent upon us to make sure that we realize and continuously check the fact that we're going to push again and again and again and again, and we're not going to stop because the adults don't want us to, because the kids do.
We can keep pushing this work forward year after year, and our children demand it.
Thank you.
All kids are capable of learning anything. When scientists try and find limits, they always come away saying they couldn't find any. We're all about changing those perceptions out there, not just in maths, but in other subjects. It's truly an honor to speak to you all today. This conference has just been amazing.
The future we envision requires us to think big, to be bold, and to never, ever relent. To me, that is the future of education, and that's why I'm excited that we're gathered here today to reinvigorate our efforts to make our dreams come true.